Time question for you this morning. How old do you think you'll be when you retire? It's a question we're asking our sunrisers after we saw a pretty depressing headline overnight. According to a new AP NORC poll, 1 in 4 Americans don't think they're ever going to retire, and another quarter of Americans say they'll still work after they turn 65. In fact, last month, 1 in 5 people 65 and older were actively searching for a new job. And you can't talk about retirement without talking about finances. About 1/3 of older adults said they feel unprepared for retirement compared to 56% of young adults who don't feel financially prepared. And if you're trying to retire early, good luck. Only 6% of the fully retired people who responded to the poll, they stopped working before turning 50. Only 6%. So what about you? When, if ever, will you be able to retire? We got a lot of fun comments. Bruce said he'll maybe retire when he's 70. He says he has a 401k, pension, Social Security, and he's in his 60s now.
At least there's hope.
Yeah, he sounds like he's on the right path, right? Mark said he's planning on 63. He's been saving since his 20s. And he also says, live like no one else so later you can live like no one else. Okay. And finally, Robert says he is 66 and has no plans for retiring. He goes on to say, I enjoy my job. When I take time off after a few days, I'm bored. Retirement is overrated.
Get a hobby.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, you can chime in right now.
That, yeah.
Use the hashtag Sunrisers. Majority of you are upper 70s for retirement.
Yeah, two things. If you're retiring because you are fear you're going to be bored if you're not retiring, I think that screws up things for the younger generation because they can't get as many jobs. And if you're retiring or you're not retiring because you can't, that's just sad. Maybe it speaks to the pure capitalistic economic system we're
I
in.
think the majority of folks, though, it's because they can't. I'm sure a lot of folks would like to. It's
Sure.
because they're not just financially stable enough.